Seattle's contribution to popular music is undisputed. You know the names, from Hendrix to Hart, Pearl Jam, Macklemore, and many, many more in between. In this series, we're going to examine Seattle's music community, in depth with unique performances, with interviews, and much, much more. We're also going to find out what makes Seattle, Seattle, and what makes this city on the shores of the Puget Sound one of the best places on the planet for music. Welcome to Sounds by the Sound.
That's rock and roll.
Another episode of Sounds by the Sound. You are about to enter night one of a two-night special exploring Seattle nightlife. In Seattle, you can kind of do it all. You can go from the diviest of dive bars to the hortiest of tortiest of wine bars, and we're going to explore it all over the course of the next two episodes, or at least everything that they will let us in dressed like this. Luckily, it's Seattle, so they'll let us in most places dressed like this. We're going to start at a place called Rumba on Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood, which arguably has the largest rum collection in the United States. I say arguably because some people say they have bigger ones. I can't imagine how that's possible. Let's go there right now. We're watching Sounds by the Sound. We'll be joined by Jonah Bergman, a good friend of mine, and the creative director for the Dershang Group, a Seattle company that's responsible for some of Seattle's best bars, like Linda's Tavern and King's Hardware. Jonah's a music guy. He's been in a bunch of great Seattle bands, and he's the perfect guest to start off our two-part episode. Here we go. We're at the Rumba on Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood. This is my good buddy Jonah Bergman, and tonight we are going through all different bars and nightlife in and around the Seattle area. Okay, what do we have here?
You're having a Queen's Park Swizzle, the classic drink from the Queen's Park Hotel.
Oh.
Which is a beautiful hotel in Trinidad.
Okay.
That's their house drink. It's a classic swizzle.
Let's talk about Seattle nightlife. What's special about Seattle?
Capitol Hill is kind of a cool nightlife destination. It's been a cool nightlife destination. Starting in like the early mid-90s when grunge was happening, this was kind of where all the cool action was. The Comet Tavern up there, Linda's Tavern, there's a bar, Ernie Steele's. This has kind of been like where all the like cool dive bars have been historically.
Talk about some of the other neighborhoods like Ballard or Fremont.
Yeah, you know, Ballard's a little more casual. Some of the best bars in Seattle are actually over in Ballard.
Absolutely.
And I hope we get to maybe check some out.
Yeah, well, you and I used to go to a place called the Sloop.
The Sloop, yeah, the Sloop Tavern.
It's one of those places that if it went away, you feel like Seattle would lose a little bit of part of itself, but it hasn't, and that's a good thing.
And there's a lot of those. You know, there's the Nightlife downtown. It's just like the classic dive. You know.
So we're gonna go to a place that you have not just a personal relationship with, but a professional relationship as well. Linda's
Tavern. It's just a super cool kind of punk dive.
Yeah, it was based on a cool concept. Like they started the bar with a cool idea.
They wanted to, you know, Bruce and Jonathan always had this idea of just having a super cool jukebox, and that was just build everything around the jukebox.
Yeah,
you know?
killer.
To this day, it's, Linda's takes pride in that jukebox.
And you know Sam Lachow, right?
I do, yeah.
Who makes music here in Seattle. We're gonna meet up with him and go check out Linda's right now. All right, let's go Linda's.
Do it.
Linda's, Sam Lachow, Jonah. Let's do it right now, fellas. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you guys for having me and giving me drinks.
All right, it's our big night out in Seattle. How often do you come out in Capitol Hill?
Way too often.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you live here?
I live all over the place. I pretty much purposefully live out of my belongings are one suitcase and a backpack with my laptop, and I just move from place to place, whatever, already has all the beds and furnishings. So I lived in Capitol Hill many times. Right now I'm in Queen Anne, but I always find myself right around here.
8th grade, I made a bold choice, get rich, put dubs in a Rolls Royce, no choice but to analyze the things I read. I had dreams of bad women and king-size bed, but until then.
When did you get started playing music?
Something like 3rd grade, New York City. That's when I lived there for a minute. Wrote my first rap about New York. girls liked it, and so I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I may as well keep doing this. And I kept making raps. And then I was in a group called Shankbone in 7th grade. We sold CDs around the middle school. Then I went to Garfield, became a solo artist, and just kept going.
When did you get started playing music?
I was in 3rd grade. I took a writing class, and the teacher happened to be Chris Blue.
That's killer.
It was killer.
Yeah.
And we would always make him play Lump every day, the acoustic version of Lump.
I first became acquainted with you, or at least knew of you, through the Sound Off competition.
And Sound Off was pretty great. It was a learning experience, though. I mean, I remember we could have been a lot more tight. You know, every show I do, I learn something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great opportunity.
Wheels, wheels, wheels on a Cadillac Coupe de Ville. Baby, wheels, wheels, wheels on a Cadillac Coupe de Ville.
As far as numbers are concerned, man, you have a ton of people that follow you. You have a huge community that are into your music. How do you think that happened? You know, being here in the Pacific Northwest, how did that grow? How did you make that a reality?
I mean, it was really the opposite of blown up overnight kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's been a slow. It started out in high school. You know, the first time I ever saw it, I went to a party. I went to Garfield High School. I went to a party at Roosevelt.
Yeah.
They were playing one of our songs.
That's
and I was
cool,
like,
man.
oh, it's spreading outside of our little friend group. And then when we had our first show, we saw it wasn't just one row of our friends. It was people that knew the words that I had never seen before, you know?
I feel like that's an aha moment for any musician. Jonah's
yeah.
definitely gone through that. It's like the minute friends and family aren't the only ones it shows.
Exactly, that's what it was.
That's when you're like, this is connecting. This is
Yeah,
happening.
and just when you see like, wow, I'm making people smile right now, making people have a good time, and with this thing that I would do regardless, you know, that I love doing. Yeah. And then I just kind of kept going, and it's been a lot of collaborating, meeting people. There's so much talent in this city, so you know, being able to be lucky enough to meet some of these people, and everyone's always so down to work with each other, and you know, so bringing these people together, and just people like seeing that.
Tell us about the EP that came out earlier this year.
That whole album was made between the hours of like midnight and 7 a.m. at my crib, you know, we were living in Ballard. We had a home studio, it was just a bunch of us drinking and hanging out making music, a bunch of talented people. And it's my most collaborative album I've ever made. It's, you know, my voice isn't even on it that much, you know, I'm more behind the beats, there's different musicians on every track. So, you know, that's where the friends come in. It's all about a bunch of friends together trying to make some art, you know?
So right across the street from the Showbox is the Pike Brewing Company, where you're going to perform for us on the show. Thanks for doing that. Absolutely. Are these songs from the EP that just came out? Or?
One of these songs is a brand new song.
Dope!
Completely new.
Killer!
Yeah, the other one's from the EP, the two of my favorite songs. And I'm going to have John St Clair with me, I'm going to have Ariana DeBoo with me, Jake Crocker. Awesome. A bunch of talented people, man.
Stoked, man. Sam Lachow, you're watching Sounds by the Sound.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
You can find me on one whiskey shotgun. Boom in the shadow of the moonlight when I make moves like a buzzword glide in dig dot. 12:30, this dirty martini burning. I'm talking the third person, jump up on the table, burning up. Who here wants to battle the chat? We can settle it right now. Throw this hat on the ground. I'll break off after this bottle of Jack Daniels is at a woo. I can't wait until my album come out. Come on, here's some snotty bartenders. A toast to the holy whiskey. Shot of enlightenment with a chaser of loneliness. See, drunk as this guy, but the difference is I might want to fuck about it, put up on a peanut, I want to find a big booty, but remember, bring a bottle, better bring another bottle to me. I'm like Jameson, Jameson. I got nigga on safer son. I chasing them. I soliloquize with liquid eyes till I can hear my liver cry. Fit the drive and I'm inebriated. Don't care. We whiskey fade high. This one right here is brand new. I call this one Popular Man. Ladies and gentlemen, John St Clair on the violin. I got problems, vices. I bite with a mouth, but I like to be from a rocker, but stop and promise. But baby, why's $100 bill rolled up on all the plates? I like the look of money right next to my tray. I see some Jack in the glass, but that isn't all she been sipping. So babe, show me the money. I got a roll for $250. You'll probably wake up tomorrow with a headache and say sorry. You'll probably say that you'll take a break, but can't wait till this Friday. I've been up the last 3 days. I'm at a commission, listen, don't ask me favors. A week later with snips, straws, keys, and plates, another woman, I'm running like, bye, be safe. These days we love to make suppers. Forget what you picked up at a witch cupboard. Whoops. Thank God, I guess. Probably should have thought ahead. A quarter pound in my kitchen, baby. A couple tricks up my sleeve. They call me Ken Sniffy Jr. when I step to the plate, but always walk alone when I leave. Kick it with me.
Against a brick wall and a fence. When I was young, I was wrong. I thought that I would make. Now I'm on my last 100 again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Ariana DeBoo.
Back against a brick wall and a fence. When I was young, I was wrong. I thought that I would make. Feeling like a popular man. I was in the band.
I got vices, issues, I misuse a mouth, and I bet you wanna be part of the party partner. I did too. Why she on the front steps, undressed? Why she still licking the baggie? There's none left. Awesome. I'll be damned if the house ain't haunted. Got 'em. Celebrate Halloween around autumn. And I got a baby bottle, half codeine, half Sprite liter. And I probably won't sleep tonight, but I didn't sleep last night either. I rarely find myself by myself. I feed off energy. Gin and soda water with citrus, baby. A smooth walk when I leave. I moonwalk on the streets and to hop to the beat. My new broad's new pet peeve is I talk in my sleep. I find it hard to believe, but I'd be lying by trying to say it's hard to be me. Don't nobody wanna kick it with me.
Back against a brick wall and a fence. When I was young, I was wrong. I thought that I wouldn't make.
Come on.
I'm on my last 100 again. Trying to make it home.
This one's about my life birthday. Come on.
Back against a brick wall and a fence. When I was young, I was wrong. I thought that I wouldn't make. Feeling like a popular.
Ladies and gentlemen, the marvelous John St Clair. Come on. Keep that shit going, man. Come on.
Thank you.
It's called the Selective. Oh, cool. Check this out.
Go check that out.
I've never seen this before, actually.
Yo, they do bike polo here, and it's super insane.
I feel like I have seen
Yeah,
that.
bike
but-
polo is wild.
It's like, yeah, it's like strange artifacts. All this shit is like, and if you don't get anything, almost Seattle has its own hot dog, which when people hear the description that they're not from Seattle, they think it's kind of gross, and they're wrong because it's delicious. It is a kielbasa hot dog thing, slathered in cream cheese, then wrapped in what they call caramelized
Some
onions.
sauteed onions.
It is delicious. You can get them in any Seahawks game, any Mariners game, any night out.
I would say it's the official flavor of late night Capitol Hill street corner.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Absolutely, it's delicious, and that's what we're enjoying right now. We're at the garage on Capitol Hill, a great place to hang out. You can go bowling, you can watch the game, or you can embarrass yourself playing pool, whatever you like, I suppose.
far as
Because if there was no cars here,
I'd jaywalk the shit out of this street.
I would jaywalk too. Very socially unacceptable in Seattle.
Yeah.
Right now we could walk across and it would be fine. I will
So,
not.
okay, so-
I will not
so
run
this very
across.
thing-
He's telling me to run across. I will not run across. I will not break that social code of Seattle. So the game is over, so we just left the garage. So we decided to come to Molly Moon's for a little bit of ice cream. Obviously your options on Capitol Hill are endless. If you want to get a drink, if you want to see a band, if you want to eat some food, your options for ice cream should only be Molly Moon's. There's a reason there's a line outside of this place all of the time. It's because this is some of the best ice cream that you will ever eat in your entire life. It's a very special place for what it makes and for what it does for the city of Seattle. We're gonna go cruise around the rest of Capitol Hill right now. You're watching Sounds by the Sound. I'm gonna eat my ice cream.
This is a cocktailers cocktail. I believe the sign said we will be 2 a.m.
All right, we're at the Hideout. Jonah, as we were walking up here, you described this as kind of Seattle's, like where bartenders go if they're gonna go to a bar.
It's a cocktailers cocktail bar. This is great though, by the way. You should hit this.
What is this?
This is a cognac. It's like a cognac old fashioned.
So good. I heard a rumor, maybe you know about this, maybe you don't. Is there an art vending machine
Yeah, there's
there?
an art vending machine that's like right over there. It looks like it used to be like a cigarette machine or something.
Awesome. I've never heard of that before. That's amazing. You're watching Sounds by the Sound. We're having fun at the Hideout. All right. We're at the Rob Roy in Seattle's Belltown neighborhood. Jonah, tell us about Belltown, this neighborhood, and because this is very much a nightlife neighborhood.
It's a little bit of a Friday night, Saturday night destination spot.
For sure.
For just,
It's where a lot of people from out of town come to town
Absolutely.
to go out. They dress up in their Saturday best.
I do think Belltown has a very unique vibe
Yeah.
in this city, and it's
Tell you what, Belltown pizza is a winner.
absolutely.
Free goldfish crackers at the Rob Roy. I'll take that. I'll take an order of goldfish crackers, please.
Could we grab some goldfish crackers too? Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So this bar, Rob Roy, is one of the best cocktail bars in all of Seattle.
Why?
It's cocktailers who take cocktails seriously.
Yeah.
And there's a super cool vibe. Like it just feels, it's like a place you just kind of like want to like sink into and just hang out for the whole night. So you can get one of the most like beautiful, perfectly mixed cocktails. Like Anu and Chris, who own this place, take cocktails seriously. They're opening up a couple new places in town super soon.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's good for this town. Cheers.
Tomorrow night we're gonna go explore a few more bars. We're also gonna see some live music, which is obviously a huge part of Seattle's nightlife. Right now, a live performance from Sam Lachow. You're watching Sounds by the Sound.
Close my eyes, I see dreams made of gold. When I wake up, tell me I'm not alone. Long as there's love in my soul, baby, you better keep me.
Yeah. 5 o'clock a.m. Out until like 6 o'clock a.m. Waiting, look, for the high to revive the light inside. Get out, whip out the pack, give out the back again. The door, rip out the glass, rip out the cash out. Splurge it all and spend it. Blow it till you're out and empty. Open up the sky and then fly through it and vibe. Come on. Been about a month or two, spent about $1 or $2. Love with you, something the drugs to do. I ran through a lot of drugs with you. When the lows get low, when I'm looking for the answer to the Q's of the who, what, why. Down on the ground, knocked out, been gone for a long, long time. Off on the wrong way down, know that everybody got a time to go. If you gotta use your hand, play your cards right. We're all godlike, come on.
Close my eyes, I see dreams made of gold. When I wake up, tell me I'm not alone. Long as there's love in my soul, baby, you better keep me high.
I try to tell the truth, bear witness, expose a lie.
Seattle, Washington.
To sacrifice, live or die, whatever it takes to try to
Please.
live a short life. 'Cause we're not in space and time.
Make some noise for John St Clair on the violin. Come on. Nate Crocker on the keys.
There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we are the imagination of ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you.